of your hypotheses is that the business traveler, which may or may not be a big part of Southwest constituents, is not going to come back anytime fast, and I don't see that either.
Yeah, that's just it. I think we have to kind of accept reality that, as far as you peel back the start of improving demand on the corporate side, we're just not seeing it. You can go to travel agency bookings, you talk to travel managers, travel manager surveys, even just going to simple office occupancy rates. That's what you need to have that part of demand start. We're just not seeing it quite yet.
And we've learned, if we've learned anything, that an awful lot of the meetings we used to have, where we would travel, for example, from the East Coast to the West Coast for 2 one-hour meetings on a Tuesday and back that night or back the next morning, those things aren't going to happen that way, I don't think, quite as much as they used to. They're going to happen this way, with you on the other side of a Zoom or a WebEx or whatever, right?
Certainly for a period of time. I mean, let's even look at, ignoring the business passenger on the leisure side, which has improved a little bit recently. It's sort of stalled there as well. And I think, it always, as much as you try to look through the different trends, it comes down to are people feeling safe getting on the aircrafts? And at this particular juncture, the industry is doing everything it can to add to that level of comfort and confidence. But until you've got, vaccine and therapeutics combination thereof, it's sort of anybody's guess as to where the demand levels off. Relative to last year's levels, the debate is it half? Is that where things are going to without a solution on the health front? It's somewhat of an academic debate, but that's where we are.
Adrian, I'm curious about the impact of United's announcement this week that it's no longer going to charge you to change your flight. So no more change fees, which is something that Southwest has been doing for a while. But on the day of that announcement, all the airline shares sold off, Southwest included. Do you think that was because of the announcement? Is it going to be a profitability headwind for everybody, or is it good in the long run?
Well, certainly in the short run, it just doesn't matter. I mean, almost anybody can book on any airline right now and change for free. It is a step, and I think there's a little bit of a debate as to who wins and who loses right now. I am of the view that it effectively kind of pulls all of the product levels up to where Southwest was as a starting point. So, they were differentiated there. Now sort of United, Delta, and all the other legacies and non-legacies is kind of moving in that direction. And now basic economy gets differentiated. So I think in the long run, it's going to be good for Southwest, but it's going to take some months before you start to see that.
So pinpoint it for me. Why is Southwest your standout here? Is it because basic economy, their sweet spot, is going to be the dominant category of travel, or what?
Yeah, it's a little bit even more simple than that. I mean, I think if you look at across the legacy carriers, the burden that very high debt loads are going to bring is going to be a drag for the foreseeable future. And that's just on the kind of non-operating cost side. But you've also got Southwest, which has a slightly lower cost structure, which does allow it to compete, as you say, against those carriers. And then I think with the introduction of the 737 MAX next year, the economics of the aircraft type, despite the challenges from a technical and customer perception issue, do offer it the ability to start generating cash flow a little bit quicker than its peers. So I think that's really it. This is a game about generating cash flow and repairing those balance sheets.